Honestly, I love this movie because of the opening scene alone, though it really isn't the greatest after that. Um, the pop rock urban legend is still somewhat around. I remember hearing about it when I was a kid. But all the other stuff just really feels like horror cliches, not urban legends. Um, but, it was a pretty fun movie. We got, I think her name is Jessica Gayhart, or Gaylord. She was in Scream. And, she just has a really recognizable face for some reason, even though, as far as I know, she wasn't in anything else. Maybe it's just because I watched Scream 2 so much. Because Scream 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's in, like, my top 5. Just really fucking fun movie, in my opinion. But let's talk about this movie. The opening scene starts with this girl. Her car breaks down. She just barely makes it to the gas station. They have the typical stupid horror fake out where, she tries to reach something and then, oh no, she almost hit something. Like, doesn't happen though. The gas station employee is a bit odd, but she is rude to him, but not directly. Like she says in the car, what a freak show or something like that. And the gas station employee, I didn't recognize him at first. But he's played by Brad Dourif, who plays Chucky in all the Chucky movies besides the remake, and he also plays him in the first 3 seasons of Chucky. Um, Really, really cool to see Brad Dourif here. I thought his performance was amazing and makes the opening scene even better. Of course, it's a typical fake out. You can see it coming a mile away. But it doesn't change the fact that it's an awesome opening scene. You see him look in the back of the car. You don't know why he's doing that just yet. It's just kind of a glance. You blink, you might miss it. And it turns out the reason he had took her in the gas station store was to call the cops, get her safe in there, because there was somebody hiding in her back seat. But when she got inside, because he had told her that her credit card company had called, they had a problem, they wanted to talk to her. But when went inside, um, the phone wasn't on. So she thought he was trying to do some shady shit. So she fought him off, used pepper spray, kicked the fucking window out because he locked the door, and she got out of that place. Really fucking smart horror character. But unfortunately, Brad Dourif's character has a stutter, and he tries to warn her, but it's too late. And he goes, someone's in the back seat. And he puts his heart into the fucking scene. Unfortunately, he gets arrested off screen, so we don't see him for the rest of the movie. And she gets killed off screen. But I don't even care, just because the opening scene is really good. Um, we have this character who has a bunch of shitty friends, and apparently they're supposed to be her friends. Like, there's been shitty characters in movies before. I love the Final Destination series, but later down the line, I don't get how these people are friends. But in this movie, I really don't get it. This guy is constantly scaring the shit out of people, constantly being a jackass. Then he manipulates her by saying, hey, I'm not always a jackass, but that would ruin my reputation. So how about we go somewhere and talk about what's bothering you? Then he immediately tries to kiss her and tells her, hey, my girlfriend's dead, I want to fuck you. To basically sum it up. And this guy is supposed to be one of her friends? Who gives a fuck if the killer's killing all her friends? Um, it is kind of a goofy movie besides one scene, which is a bit, I guess, disturbing, where the poor dude's dog gets microwaved off screen and you see the gore in the microwave. Then he gets killed. They do the big reveal, and Rebecca Gayheart does a pretty good job. Loved her. The way she supposedly dies, but of course she doesn't. And the movie ends with like this big twist, like, oh, now she's telling her side of the story, but nobody knows she was the killer that did all of these things. It's just a pretty fun movie. There's a sequel and a third movie, but they currently are not streaming on anything. So unfortunately, I cannot watch them. But this, if you want to watch it, is currently streaming on HBO Max, aka just Max now. Um, Fucking love this movie just because of the opening scene. Like, if the opening scene is that good, it makes you watch the rest of the movie, even though the rest of the movie is just kind of eh. Um, you definitely did a good job. Um, they also have fucking Robert Englund in here, but they kill him off screen, which kind of sucks. You have Robert Englund in your movie, the dude that plays Freddy Krueger, and you don't give him a brutal death. Like, come on, man. But yeah, besides that, I really enjoyed this movie.